See how sexy it is to be a motovlogger? Alright, now I turn on the bike. I should probably turn off this music here because I don't want to get dinged for copyright. Alright, you can't see my camera, but my camera can see you. I think I should pull forward a bit here. In the driveway of doom. Of course, I won't record very long on the phone. I hope. We'll see. Alright, off we go. It's a crappy day today. They say it's supposed to rain. I don't know if it will. I got my bandana for the sun, and then I realized after I put it on that it's not sunny. So let's see. Hi, it's Mike Cayley 7, and I'm going to answer the challenge. I believe it was the TheSmyrnaCowboy that I saw who challenged me to do this. So thank you, TheSmyrnaCowboy. Watch out for this guy. Boy, this is going to be one shaky video. Anyway, so I tried to do that both. I'm going to stop this one because it's too shaky. All right, so where was I? The challenge is the 4 things challenge. And then apparently I have to ding 4 people to do it as well. And the sad part is, I think everybody else has already done it. I'm the only one left. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. So, first thing is 4 foods. What are my 4 favorite foods? If you're watching this and you actually care what my 4 favorite foods are, good for you. Because I care what your favorite foods are. Sometimes we agree. All right, my number 1 favorite food of all time, or cuisine style or whatever, genre. Ooh, you like that? I use the word genre. My favorite genre of food is Italian food. Love Italian food. Now, if you've ever been to Italy, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you gotta go. Because you have not tried food until you've tried Italian food in Italy. It is beyond the beyonds. So yeah, I love that. And specifically, there's this place in Italy. It's on the Amalfi Coast. And I think it's called Positano, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's near there. It's all mountainous in that area, so the mountain goes right down to the ocean, and so these people live on the sides of the mountain. And I went to this place called a panificio, which is basically a bread shop, and they make pizzas there in a wood-fired oven that's probably been there since the Romans. And so I ordered a quattro stagione, which means, uh-oh, I just heard my phone go beep. I'm still recording though, so I think I'm good. I don't know why my phone does that. Or not my phone, my this thing beeps at me sometimes. So anyway, where was I? Quattro stagione. So it's 4 stages or 4 sections of pizza in one long rectangle. And when you say I want tomatoes on one of the stages, they go outside and they pick a tomato right then. When you say you want olives, they go outside and they pick an olive right then. It's amazing. It's all absolutely fresh off the vine as you order it. They cook it in that wonderfully wood-fired oven. And then you're all set, and it's the most delicious thing you'll ever put in your mouth. I swear. Oh my God, that's good. So Italian food is number one for me. Number two is Indian food. I love Indian food. It is the best thing besides Italian food in the world. Indian curry, cooked well, not third world style, but actually cooked by somebody who knows what they're doing. Curry is amazing, and it's not just one kind of curry, there's all different types. I absolutely adore Indian food with the naan bread, and oh yeah, butter chicken, fried aloo, which is potato with onion and what do they call that? Mustard seed. Yum. Third favorite food is basically American food. Hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries. The stuff that'll kill you. Including North Carolina pulled pork barbecue. Oh my God, that's good. With the hush puppies. Ooh yeah. Love American food. And I guess my fourth favorite food, this is hard to really say now, since I've already had so many good foods. I'm not even hungry anymore. I guess my fourth favorite would have to be Mexican food. Or Korean food. Let's just throw them both in there. They have a tie for fourth. Home-cooked Mexican food or home-cooked Korean food is the best for fourth. There you go. There's my four. Wasn't that exciting? Are you hungry now? I am. You see the bike shaking at all there? A little bit, right? Not a whole lot, though. I bet you it's going to rain on me today. Oh, well. Bike's not that clean anyway. Okay, what's my second thing on my list? 4 favorite drinks. My number one favorite drink would have to be Guinness. I love Guinness. I love its flavor, its texture, its look. I love the coldness of it. Oh, it's just the best thing, man. Guinness is where it's at. If I could only drink one drink for the rest of my life, it would be Guinness. My second favorite drink is Irish whiskey or Scotch. I like them both. Different days, different types, but I like Irish whiskey and Scotch. So I'll tell you what my favorites are for that. Irish whiskey, I gotta go with Jameson. I love the Jameson. And Bushmills. Those are my 2 favorite Irish whiskeys. I put them in a glass with ice. Sometimes I just have it like that, neat, or what do they call it, on the rocks. Sometimes I have it with Diet Coke, which sounds weird, but try it. It's really good. I don't drink as much as I used to because I can't. Now that I'm on this blood thinner, if I drink more than a shot, I get a headache. So I guess it's helped my liver somewhat. Why is this guy up my ass? I hate it when people do that. I'm behind somebody else, so it's not like being up my ass is going to help you. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, third favorite. Oh no, for Scotch, I forgot to say Scotch. All right. I love, let's see now, my favorite Scotch has got to be Lafroig. It tastes like smoking peat bog. It's awesome. It's like a big peaty punch in the mouth. Good stuff, man, good stuff. And every time you buy a bottle of Lafroig, you can actually register and own a piece of the peat bog, 1 square foot. So I probably own a good 30 square feet of peat bog right now. So there's that. I love Lafroig, and Tenoshan is also really, really good for the scotches. All right, so that's the first favorite drink. Second favorite drink is scotch slash whiskey. Third favorite drink, gotta say fizzy juice. And you say, what the heck is fizzy juice, Mike? Well, fizzy juice is when you take carbonated water without the quinine, so just club soda basically. Put it in a glass with some ice, and then you fill it all the way up, empty the can, and you got a little bit of space at the top. And then you put in, the last finger worth of glass space, you fill that with cranberry juice. And that is awesome. Love that. That's probably my drink of choice when I'm at home, is cranberry fizzy juice. And let's see, my last favorite drink would probably have to be coffee. Although I can't drink much of it anymore. It gives me palpitations and other problems that require preparation H. Lovely to get old, isn't it? What kind of coffee, you might ask? I used to be a real coffee snob, and I had my own beans, and I put them in the freezer, and which I found out was stupid. Anyway, I put them in the freezer, and I would grind my own beans every day. It was this stuff called Morning Star, I think it was, coffee. Now it's called New England coffee. They got bought out. It's the kind of coffee that when you go to a diner up in New England, that's the kind of coffee they give you. That's good stuff. But like I said, I don't drink much of it anymore. All right, so there's that. There's 4 drinks. What's next? 4 places I have lived. All right, I have lived in Lynn, Massachusetts. That's where I grew up, basically. Lynn, Massachusetts, which is known as Lynn, the city of sin. You never go out the way you come in. It is one of the worst cities in Massachusetts that you could possibly live in. Crime, prostitution, drugs. And I grew up there. And you had to know how to fight when you grew up in Lynn. I left there in 2000 so I could move to Hawaii to do a PhD in linguistics. Spent 5 years in Hawaii and hated it. So that's my second place. I lived in Hawaii for 5 years. I despised it because the people there were not kind to me and my wife. It's hard to make friends because they don't want to know you. You're a haole. You're an outsider, a white person. It's not everybody, of course, but we encountered a lot of that when we were there. Hard to make friends. People are always giving you crap if you try to do stuff that you used to do on the mainland, like wear a tie. What, you think you want, lawyer? What, you going to a funeral? Go back to the mainland, haole. That was it was the worst part about it. Was we felt like we weren't welcome. They had this kid that was going to the King Kamehameha School, which is a school that you can only go to if you can prove that you're part Hawaiian. And this kid was adopted by Hawaiian parents, and they put him in that school. Come to find out, he's not Hawaiian at all. He's adopted. So they kicked him out. And they interviewed some of the kids at the school. What do they think? And one of these kids says, to see a haole at my school is very disturbing. Could you imagine if, let's just change the color of the kid to a white kid back in the 60s. To see a black kid in my school is, or you know, the other word that they use, is very disturbing. People are like, oh my God. But in Hawaii, it's not a problem. I thought it was a problem. But then again, I'm a haole. I made a video about it once, about the reasons I left. Years ago, I made this video, and I got so much hate from Hawaiians on it. Like, you're proving my point. I had to take the video down at one point because I was just tired of dealing with it. People were making, when I turned off comments on the video, they go to my channel and make comments. They go to other videos and make comments. Like, that's how far the hatred went. And they call it the Aloha State. Anyway, sorry. 808 YouTube, I'm sorry. It's not like that for everybody. My brother's been there ever since 2001, and he loves it there, and he gets along great with people. Of course, he's not white, he's brown, so that might help him a bit. And he's one of them party animal surfer boys, which they seem to do very well there. So good for him. All right, so there's that. I lived in Fiji before that for 2 years. From 95 to 97, I lived in Fiji. I was a Peace Corps volunteer. I was teaching English my first year in a little village called Thuvu. It's actually Naindovi, but the area was called Thuvu. And I lived with, I had a compound I lived on, the school compound, and I had a little house, little shack kind of thing. And the family across the way, across the dirt road, would come over and get me. They adopted me, a little Indian Muslim family. So I have adopted Indian Muslim dad, mother, brother, sister. And I even asked them to give me a Muslim name because I was tired of everybody else having Muslims' names and I wasn't having one, so they gave me one. I'm Mohammed Sayoum. Oh, I smell beef cooking. So yeah, I love Fiji. It was beautiful. The place was everything Hawaii wasn't. People there are so friendly and so open and so giving and love to laugh. Fijians, Indians, everybody. It is the nicest place with the nicest people I have ever seen. And it wasn't the most beautiful. When I was living in Hawaii, I went to Maui once for a wedding. And Maui was the most beautiful place I had ever seen. Bar none. And Fiji was goddamn beautiful. But Maui was something else, man. Maybe it was because I was on a lot of Benadryl during that trip, because the guy had like 12 cats. Should go back there sober someday. Anyway, Oahu sucked. Maui was awesome. I lived in Fiji for 2 years, loved it. I was a teacher trainer. I used to fly in these little airplanes, these little Buddy Holly planes, to these little islands, Lakemba, Taveuni, Rotuma, all these places I went to that nobody gets to go, but I got to go because I was working for the Ministry of Education my second year as a curriculum development officer in charge of secondary level English for the entire country. So I basically managed the curriculum for the whole country from 6th grade through 12th grade, basically. I think it was Form 3 to Form 7 is what I was in charge of. So I changed the way they do research papers and this and that. I don't know if I did any good, but I tried. So that was Fiji. So that's 3 places, right? Lynn, Massachusetts. Pearl City, Hawaii, on the island of Oahu, which is technically the city and county of Honolulu. Figure that one out. And Fiji. The 4th place I have lived is where I'm broadcasting from right now, and that is North Carolina. Just south of Raleigh, about 30 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. And it is the best place I have ever lived in terms of how at home I feel here, how welcome I feel here, how laid back and relaxed it is, but still having all the amenities of modern everything. I can shop for anything I need. But I live in what I call the country. You know, I see cows and horses and chickens every day. The people are awesome. It's just the best place I've ever lived. The weather's great, although not today. In the wintertime, it doesn't get as cold as Boston, doesn't snow as much. The only thing that is not so great about North Carolina now is that it's getting full of people from the north, including me. Once I moved here, I'm like, all right, everybody else stop coming. Oh, well, I'll just keep moving south. I'll move up into the mountains maybe, south and west. I'll go live in Chattanooga. Me and Harley Trick can go ride. So there you go, there's my 4 places. All right, now my 4 names. My name is Michael. People say, is that Michael or Mike? Well, I don't know. Whatever you feel like calling me. There's the Harley place. Look at all the stuff going on because of Bike Week, Bike Fest, whatever. That's where I'm headed, by the way. I'll do a quick swing through here and show you the bikes. So yeah, Michael / Mike. My dad named me after the statue Iron Mike on Paris Island when he was in Marine Corps boot camp. Iron Mike was the symbol of Marine bravery and courage and power and strength, and he liked that. So he said, I'm going to name my kid Mike. So the first time my mom got pregnant in '58, he said, here's my Michael. Here's my Michael. Nope, Susie. 4 years later, here's my Michael. Nope, Debbie. 4 years later, all right, now here's my Michael. Nope, Laurie. 4 years after that, screw it, I'm never going to have a boy. So I'll name this kid Elaine. I think it was Elaine. Yeah, and then it was me. That was me. It wasn't Elaine, it was me. And boy, was he thrilled to have me, his only son. And I'm proud to be it. So there's that. All right, what else? Let's see, that's Michael. My second name, as you know on the Facebooks and on the YouTubes and on the Gmails and everything else, is Mike-Haley7. And those of you who know me for a long time, you know my story. New subscribers don't know. The reason I call myself Mike-Haley7 is first because I'm Mike Haley. After living in Fiji for 2 years, that's what they called me there. The Fijians did anyway. They said, hey, Mboso, what's your name? I said, my name is Michael. They said, oh, Mike Haley. So they immediately started calling me Mike Haley, which is fine. I don't mind it. I don't mind being called Mike Haley. And I got my first email in '97 on Hotmail, and I got the Mike. I put Mike Haley, and I was the Mike Haley. There's no Mike Haley 1, 2, 3, 4 for me. It's just Mike Haley on Hotmail. When I tried it on YouTube several years later in 2006, that name was already taken. Damn it! So I put a 7 next to it because that's my favorite number, and so you get Mike Haley 7. So my internet identity is Mike Haley 7, or as the Fijians would say, Mike Haley Vitu. Vitu is the number 7. Hey, look at us, bikers. All right, third name. Oh, geez, Mohammed Sayoum. There you go. In Fiji, my Muslim family called me Mohammed Sayoum. Can you get here from here? I guess not. I guess Bike Fest doesn't include any bikes. Oh, yes. I will find a way. So yeah, Mohammed Sayoum, there you go. Fourth name? Jeez, I don't know. I don't think I have a fourth name. Asshole? I don't know. Masshole? I don't have a fourth name that I can think of. Oh well. So there's my 4 things. All right, so now I got to tag 4 people. Try to find people who have not. I'm just following all these guys. All right, I got to tag 4 people. Who am I going to tag? Who am I going to tag? Who am I going to tag? I'm going to tag Patrick Orvis. I know he doesn't ride and vlog at the same time, but you could ride, Pat. No, you don't have a camera to record the ride, do you? Well, figure it out. I tag Patrick Orvis. I challenge you. Challenge! Oh, I'm almost out of gas. I forgot to get gas. Wouldn't it be funny if I ran out of gas my very first time up here in Raleigh? Oh, not my very first time. All right, so there's that. I've now tagged Patrick Orvis. Who else am I going to tag? Aerolina 750. I'm going to tag you, Aerolina. I haven't seen you in a while. I'll tag. No, I think I already tagged. Somebody probably already tagged you. If you did, don't worry about it. Happy Jack, formerly known as Title Guy. I'll tag you. You may have already been tagged. I don't know. And I'm sorry if you've already been tagged. Freedom Rider, I'm going to tag you also. So there's my 4 tags. This is my Kaylee 7. Wishing you well. Be safe out there. And I will talk to you later. Isn't it funny that you can't get to Bike Fest on your bike?